Taylor Swift is not the best singer in the world. She's not the best dancer. She's not the most technically complex lyricist either. And yet, she's at the very top. Billboard #1s, record-smashing tours, sold-out stadiums, billions in revenue, and a level of cultural gravity that pulls in hundreds of millions of fans. Which raises the obvious question. If she's not the best by the classic measurements, why does she win so consistently? Because Taylor didn't build her career on being unbeatable, she built it on being believable. She started as a teenage songwriter in the mid-2000s, walking into a genre that wasn't exactly waiting for a diary on guitar, and she kept doing the same thing over and over. She made feelings specific. Not generic, I'm sad, but the exact kind of sad you remember at 2 a.m. A hallway, a glance, a line you can't unhear. Early on, she wasn't selling vocal acrobatics, she was selling clarity. And that clarity created trust before it created headlines. Then the career got bigger, the spotlight got harsher, and she got treated like a product. Praised when she fit the box, mocked when she didn't. The 2009 VMAs moment, the endless think pieces, the "she only writes about exes" era, the shift in public opinion. Most artists either harden up or disappear. Taylor did a third thing. She turned the chaos into chapters. Album after album, she let people watch the transformation. Country to pop, glitter to grit, confessional to controlled, then back again. And here's the trick. Each era wasn't just a sound, it was a shared season. Fans didn't only stream songs, they attached them to their own lives. First crushes, breakups, friendships falling apart, reinvention, revenge, growth, it all had a soundtrack. And the soundtrack kept updating at the same speed as the audience. That's why she doesn't need to be the best vocalist to dominate, because the product isn't vocals, it's narrative intimacy. She writes like someone texting you the truth they shouldn't say out loud, then polishing it just enough to sing in public. And she's relentless about craftsmanship in a way people underestimate. Hooks that land, bridges that explode, melodies that feel simple until you can't stop humming them. Add to that her superpower for long-term storytelling. Callbacks, parallels, hidden hints, reappearing phrases, and the fandom stops being passive. It becomes interactive. People aren't just listening, they're searching, decoding, sharing, showing up. Even her business moves become part of the emotional arc. When the ownership fight happened and she re-recorded her albums, it wasn't merely strategy, it felt like a comeback story you could participate in. And participation is how you turn fans into a community. Then there's the stage. She may not dance like a pop athlete, but she performs like a director. Pacing, 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 knowing exactly when to whisper, when to grin, when to let the crowd sing because that's the real point. Her shows aren't "watch me," they're "be with me." They're rituals. People don't pay for perfection. They pay for a night where thousands of strangers scream the same line and feel less alone. That's also why criticism misses the mark. Saying, "she's not the best singer," can be true and still irrelevant. Because pop doesn't reward technical dominance. It rewards resonance, consistency, and trust. She doesn't chase trends like a desperate artist. She absorbs them, filters them through her voice, and makes them feel personal and stable. And once you reach that level, success starts compounding. Charts reinforce relevance. Relevance creates visibility. Visibility brings new listeners. New listeners validate the whole community, which makes the community louder. So Taylor Swift isn't on top because she wins a talent contest. She's on top because she mastered the hardest thing in modern fame, staying emotionally readable while the world changes around her. She makes millions of people feel seen, then makes them feel included. And once an artist becomes that kind of mirror, the numbers don't create the craze creates the numbers. And she protects that mirror carefully. Controlled interviews, selective mystery, just enough access to feel close, not enough to feel ordinary. She weaponizes timing, surprise drops, midnight releases, big weekend momentum, And she writes in a language that travels. Plain words, sharp images, emotions that translate across countries even when the details change. When people say, "I don't get it," they're usually judging her like a specialist, like it's a vocal competition or a poetry seminar. But her game is mass connection at scale, and she plays it better than almost anyone alive. Even the backlash feeds the machine. Every debate keeps her centered, and she keeps delivering, album after album, like a clock you can dance to.